Have you ever seen a crochet stitch that looks intricate but is actually easier to make than you might think? The crossed cluster stitch creates a beautiful textured pattern with an eye-catching cross design, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to crochet it. I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And if you're ready to learn the crossed cluster stitch, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment to let me know what I did well or things that I can improve upon. For the crossed cluster stitch, you're going to have to know how to complete a few different crochet stitches. Now I am going to show you how to do these in the video, but if I go too fast and you need slower, more detailed videos that focus just on those, you could check out the links in the description below. So first off, you're going to have to know how to chain and possibly foundation single crochet stitch, single crochet, and double crochet stitch. For today's crochet tutorial, I'm going to use a size J 6.0mm crochet hook as well as some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. You may also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle at the end of your project. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. For the crossed cluster stitch, you need to start by chaining a multiple of 3. Any multiple of 3 will do, so I am going to start by chaining 15. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So again, begin by chaining a multiple of 3. For row 1, we're going to start by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. I personally am going to work into the back bump of the chain because I like how it looks, but you can work into the chain however you normally do. There is no right or wrong way for this stitch. Into the second chain from the crochet hook, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. So without yarning over, we're going to insert our crochet hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through the chain, then yarn over, pull through both loops to complete a single crochet stitch. We're going to place one regular single crochet stitch in each of the chains across. So row 1 is a row of regular single crochet stitches. With that in mind, you could start this project by foundation single crocheting. Now, if you choose to foundation single crochet to start this project, first off, you're going to skip the chain and skip row 1, so you would skip this row, and you would go immediately to row 2. If you choose to foundation single crochet to start this stitch, you would foundation single crochet in a multiple of 3 plus 2. So what that means is you would foundation single crochet a multiple of 3, however many multiples of 3 that you would like, and then at the very end you would foundation single crochet 2 more times. So again, this row is a row of single crochet stitches. For row 2, you're going to start by chaining 3. So here's 1, 2, and 3, and turning your work. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and into the third, we're going to place 3 double crochet stitches. So here's 1, 2 double crochets, and then 3 double crochet stitches, all into that same stitch. Now we're going to get into the repeat for our row. And the repeat for our row is worked across 3 stitches, which is why we have a multiple of 3 for this stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip 2. So we're going to skip and skip. And into the 3rd stitch, we're going to place 3 double crochet stitches. So here is 1, 2, and 3 double crochet stitches all into that same stitch. And we're going to repeat this until we have 2 stitches remaining for our row. So skip, skip, and into the 3rd, place 3 double crochet stitches. And there is our 3rd. And repeat, skip, skip, into the 3rd, 3 double crochet stitches. So here is 1, 2, and 3 double crochet stitches all into that same stitch. Again, you're going to repeat that until you have 2 stitches remaining for our row. When you have those 2 stitches remaining, you're going to skip one of them, and into the very last stitch of the row, you're going to work a double crochet stitch. So we're going to come right over here, insert our crochet hook, and work a double crochet stitch to end the row. And that completes row 2. For row 3, we are going to start by chaining 3. So here is 1, 2, and 3, and turning our work. After chaining 3 and turning, we are now going to work a couple of crossed double crochets around this cluster stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over. We're going to come over to this gap first, not this one. We're going to come to this side of that first cluster of 3. So I've yarned over. I'm going to insert my hook into this side and then work a loose double crochet stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1 so I keep my stitch count the same, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to work a loose double crochet into this gap. So we skip this gap to begin with, we come over here and work our first loose double crochet, chain 1, and then we come back and work into this gap. So to come back and work in this gap, we yarn over, we insert our hook back here, yarn over, pull through. Now I've got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And now I have created some cross double crochets over top of that cluster stitch. And we're going to repeat this across the row. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to work a loose double crochet into this gap. So I yarn over, insert, come out to the back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then I chain 1, and then I come back to this gap and I work a loose double crochet into it. So this gap over here is where we started the last crossed set of double crochets, and we're going to end this one in it. So we're going to come back here, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have just completed another set of cross double crochet stitches, and we're going to repeat. We're going to cross double crochet around this cluster. One thing to remember is you want these double crochet stitches to be nice and loose. If they're too tight, it's going to make things a little bit bunchy. So when I say I make it loose, this is what I do. I yarn over, I insert into this side, I yarn over, pull through, and I want to make that pull through just a little bit looser, a little bit bigger. So I'm pulling my crochet hook this way. Then I yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops to complete that loose double crochet stitch. Now I chain 1 so I can keep my stitch count the same, and then I come back to this gap and I'm going to make another loose double crochet stitch into it. So to loose double crochet, again, we yarn over, insert into that gap, yarn over, pull through, make that loop a little bit looser, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops to complete that cross double crochet stitch. And right now, if you were to look at it, it seems like it's a little lopsided, but what happens is when you go to work the next one, it'll pull this one nice and straight. So we have one more set to work here. So I'm going to work a loose double crochet over here. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to come and work a loose double crochet over here. You're going to work your last stitch of the row into the second chain of the turning chain, so 1 and 2. Into that second chain of the turning chain, we're going to work a regular double crochet stitch. And that completes row 3. For row 4, we're going to start by chaining 3. So here's 1, 2, and 3, and then turning our work. This row is going to be worked into the chain 1 gaps from the previous row until we get to the last stitch. So into the chain 1 gap from the previous row, we're going to place 3 double crochet stitches. So we're going to put 1 double crochet into that chain 1 gap. We're going to work a second double crochet into that chain 1 gap, and then a third double crochet into that chain 1 gap. So again, I have placed 3 double crochets in that chain 1 gap from the previous row. As a side note, that chain 3 does count as a stitch. It's acting like a double crochet stitch. So we're going to repeat. We're going to go to the next chain 1 gap, and again, the chain 1 gap should be sitting up here. Remember, it was in between those 2 loose double crochet stitches. So into that chain 1 gap, I'm going to place 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 3 double crochets into that chain 1 gap. Go to the next chain 1 gap and repeat. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, all in that chain 1 gap. I have 1 more chain 1 gap remaining, and I'm going to repeat 3 double crochets into it. So there's 1, 2, and 3 double crochets all into that chain 1 gap. When you get to the end of the row, we have those chain 3s from the previous row that I said counted in our stitch count. What we're going to do is we're going to come over and into the second chain from that chain 3 turning chain, I'm going to work a double crochet into that second chain. So here's the first, here's the second, here's the third. I am working into that second chain, and I am placing a double crochet stitch into that second chain to complete my row. And that completes row 4. For the remainder of your project using the cross cluster stitch, you're going to keep alternating rows 3 and 4. This is now a 2-row repeat crochet stitch. For a finishing row, what I like to do is when I am ready for a repeat of row 4, which is those 3 double crochets, so the row where you do the 3 double crochets into the chain 1 gap, what I do instead when I'm ready for that repeat is I do this. I chain 1, I turn my work, and then I place 1 regular single crochet stitch in each stitch across. So this is going to be a row of single crochet stitches. Now the trickiest part, this is the chain 1 gap and this is the chain 1. I like to work into the top of that stitch, into the chain 1 stitch itself, not into the gap. So that one might be a little bit tight, so you might have to work to kind of find that space and work a single crochet stitch into it. So again, I'm just placing single crochet stitches in each of the stitches across for the finishing row. When you get to the end of the row, just like the previous ones, we're going to work into the second chain of the turning chain for our final stitch. So I'll show you what that looks like here when I get to the end of this row. So again, I'm just working single crochets into each stitch. So here I am at the end of the row. I still have my chain 3 turning chain here. So again, into that second chain, so here's the first, here's the second, here's the third. Into that second chain, I'm just going to work a single crochet stitch to finish my row. And that's what I would do for a finishing row. Now the reason that I do this is that makes that top edge look a lot more like that bottom edge if I do a row of single crochet stitches. So it's personal preference, but I like how it gives me a more uniform look by working a row of single crochets in place of a row 4. One other thing to note is that the crossed cluster stitch looks pretty similar on both sides. So here is one side of our work, and here's the other side of our work. So this is a stitch that you could use if you want both sides of your work to look pretty similar to each other. This cross cluster stitch is a great one to use for crochet blankets. I've made a scarf with this. I've also made a pillow cover with this stitch, and they all have turned out really super pretty. So it's a pretty versatile crochet stitch. And that's how to crochet the crossed cluster stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another fun crochet stitch to try, you could check out my iris stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.